You know guys, I wanted to start today's video out by addressing a particular type of comment that I get here on the channel very often. You know, when you're the scat master and you're out here just dropping truth bombs everywhere, the gooch slickers will literally grasp at anything to criticize you. Now, one of the popular comments that I've been getting of late is, play something else. And you know, I think that's a very interesting comment, especially if you're somebody that watches the channel and actually looks at the gameplay in the background, because you'll notice very quickly they are very old gameplays, and that's for the simple fact that I just can't stand playing the current Call of Duty games. Everything from MW 2019 to the present day is just but here's the thing, I would totally play any of the games between COD 4 and BO4, but the problem is, I fucking can't. Or at least I can't without the possibility of getting fucking hacked, or having my information stolen, or letting some virgin bitchless loser hijack my PC.
Kanye refuses to get his new white 350s dirty in the dirt, so
ain't gonna happen.
I've already talked about this whole thing, this whole debacle with World War II and the RCE exploits when it came out on PC Game Pass, but I want to get into something that I don't particularly do here on the channel, and that's to get my little conspiracy theorist hat on and really think about why it's the case. Now I'm gonna get into all that very soon, but before I do, I'm gonna need you guys to pimp slap the shit out of the like button right now. Word to Murder Show. And you see that subscribe button down there? Yeah, you're gonna have to double tap that. Actually don't, because I think that makes you unsubscribe. Triple tap it instead, because we're on the way to 50,000 subscribers, guys. We're getting closer and closer every day. You know what to do down in the comments below. Hashtag Fooly50, and quick plug in here, the Scat Master's going live in a couple of hours. This is your official invite. It's gonna be a motherfucking party. You're all welcome to join up. And yeah, let's get right into it, guys. So as you know, I made a video on this on World War II not too long ago about how it was a direct threat to play that game because of the RCE exploits. If you don't remember what the RCE exploits is, that's when somebody in the lobby can literally hijack your PC as if they were on your PC physically, open up whatever tab they want, they could type a message out to you, they could literally do anything. Alright, yeah, if it sounds dangerous, it's because it really fucking is. Now, at the time, what I told people was to stop playing the shit, but as it turns out, Activision has formally acknowledged this problem, kind of. This is a tweet that comes out from COD Updates. They said, Call of Duty World War II on PC Microsoft Store was brought offline while we investigate reports of an issue. I really wonder what this issue is that they're talking about here. Well, maybe it's the fact that shit like this was going down, right? Get hacked by Adrian5909, your PC is now mine. The only thing that is not yours, Adrian5909, are some motherfucking bitches, alright? Because you are a bitchless loser, hacker, virgin, pussy.
So pride in doing a job well done, but you wouldn't know a job well done if you...
And trust me, there's countless examples of stupid shit like this. Like, this clip in particular is actually fucking hilarious, so enjoy this very quickly.
For being what? I got banned for being British. Huh?
This is really where shit starts taking a turn, because this is a tweet that comes out from Charlie Intel just yesterday. Call of Duty World War II still remains offline on Xbox PC app after exploits were discovered causing issues with PCs. The issue appears to be related to Activision uploading an unpatched version of the game to the Xbox PC app, as the Steam version doesn't have the issue. First of all, we're not acknowledging what the actual issue is, which again are RCE exploits, which are fucking dangerous as all shit. And on top of that, we're making the claim that Steam doesn't have this issue, except from what I can see here, people are saying that this is for sure an issue that is happening on not only World War II on PC, but all games before MW 2019 on Steam. That's right, COD 4 through BO4, all of those games have issues, no matter if you're on fucking Battle.net, on Steam, on PC Game Pass. Now, the other claim with that tweet was the fact that Activision essentially uploaded an unpatched version of that game to Xbox Game Pass, which, if that's the case, I mean, those guys are literal fucking morons, okay? Like, I'm talking fucking cavemen. But I'll get back to that point very soon because it makes it sound like it was an accident, but we'll see if that's actually the case. But first, we got this tweet from the one and only Doug Dimmadome Warzone.
Fuck you, Doug!
Ranted about old Call of Duty games being unsafe to play on PC 2 years ago. Now World War II has been taken off of Game Pass because of the exact RCE exploits I'm talking about in this video. We're not watching that shit. Has been an issue for much longer than most realize, but Game Pass has made the news mainstream. Honestly, this is one of very few times that Doug is spitting. This issue that's going on with the RCEs on the old COD games on PC, it's a fucking disaster, and Activision doesn't know what the flying fuck they're doing, or maybe they do. So guys, if you recall in my last video, I mentioned how every time I post something to the community tab on my channel, you might get your comment showcased on my video. And this time around, you guys had some very interesting shit to say. This first one comes out from the homie Cali Burns. He says, "It's just blatant incompetence at this point, because if that were the case, that it was an unpatched version that was uploaded to PC Game Pass, again, these guys are in the smallest subset species of fucking humans.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing."
Here are two other comments that I quickly wanted to talk about for the remainder of today's video. This comes out from It's Dale the Male. He says, "This is an inside job by Activision to discourage people from going back to the old games. Book that shit." And book that shit we will, guys. This is the other comment that comes out from Kabuki Mono 43. They say, "What if they purposely did this so that people have no choice but to play the new games?" Now guys, I'm not gonna lie, these two comments really got me thinking, because honestly, I think there is some validity here. I think when we look at the health of Call of Duty, especially when you look at the Steam charts, which again is the only place we can pull data from, and no, it's not inaccurate data, it's not deceptive. As a matter of fact, it is a fantastic way to determine what the trend is in Call of Duty for all player counts across all platforms. Well, by the looks of it, Call of Duty is struggling to hit even 70,000 concurrent players in a single day now. And yes, for Call of Duty standards, even on Steam, this is fucking pathetic. But what's even more pathetic is that this encompasses the Call of Duty HQ, which is Warzone, Black Ops 6, MW 2019 Part 3, and Part 2. Now, I don't know how accurate this is because I get mixed up information on this all the time, but some people believe that MW 2019, Cold War, and Vanguard are also part of the COD HQ. Now, I don't know if those numbers are actually counted in here or they're tallied in here, but I am under the belief that those three games are not included. If you guys remember, they called this new era, starting with MW 2019 Part 2, they called this Call of Duty 2.0, and the big thing here was the implementation of COD HQ. Keep that in mind, guys, because this is another tweet that we get from Scatmaster Charles about a week or so ago, where he comes out here and says, "New MW 2019 Part 3 and 2 will be separated from Call of Duty HQ per info found in the files. In quotation, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 Part 3 and 2 are now available outside of the main Call of Duty install. If you're currently playing those titles, re-download to access them directly going forward." So if these two games are being removed off of COD HQ, that would mean there's only two things that are officially listed in Call of Duty HQ. That being Warzone and Black Ops 6.
That shit is a two-pack of ass!
And I think this reinforces those two comments that we got just a little bit ago about this conspiracy that maybe Activision doesn't want you to go back to these old games. You see how the health for BO6 is really fucking atrocious? Maybe they're trying to force you away from playing these old games, even games that aren't that old, like MW 2019 Part 2 and 3, integrated into the COD HQ for easy access. Maybe they want you to stick on BO6, which would also explain why they refuse to do anything about these RCE exploits, going back from COD 4 up until BO4. And not only that, but I've been told by some people that there's even hackers on MW 2019, Cold War, and Vanguard. Meaning the only quote-unquote healthy games without hackers and cheaters would be MW 2019 Part 2 through BO6. And now that 2019 Part 2 and 3 are being removed from the COD HQ, that leads me to believe that they're no longer going to support those games, meaning they're leaving those games to be vulnerable for hackers and cheaters to infest them as well, which would mean the game that is still receiving support is BO6. Because they want you to continue playing it. It also reinforces the fact that they want this type of integration between BO6 to BO7, seeing as how BO7 is literally BO6 Part 2, that's another claim that I've made multiple times. It would make sense why they don't want you playing any old Call of Duty besides BO6 going into BO7. What's crazy about this is that no matter which way you look, Activision is responsible for something being fucked up here. Whether it's their direct incompetence of uploading an unpatched version onto PC Game Pass, which is all but debunked already given by the fact that Steam is encountering the exact same shit, or it's the conspiracy that they don't want you to play the old COD games anymore, which would effectively mark the end of Call of Duty or the death of Call of Duty. No matter which way you cut it, it's either Activision or a bunch of motherfucking greedy, porky fucking freaks, or they're incompetent motherfucking cavemen. Alright, you get to choose which path you want to take. Either one should lead you to the same conclusion, that it's fuck Activision for life. You know what I'm saying? I personally think this conspiracy has some legitimacy to it. I think there is some validity that Activision does not want you to play the old Call of Duty games because they know that those games being significantly better than these current CODs, people are not going to want to stick on BO6. They're not going to want to play BO7 when it comes out and purchase it on launch. They're going to want to go back to the old COD games the same way that I went back to World War II for that one stream, and it was such a great fucking time. Even with the flaws in that game, that was a very, very popular and successful stream, and I think the overall numbers might have supported that as well. So what is Activision left to do? They're leaning towards letting these games be infested by hackers to force people onto BO6 going into BO7. No. Wait. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about all this. What are your thoughts on this specific conspiracy? And what are your thoughts on Activision essentially having to take down World War II due to this disgusting fucking exploit? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos, and yeah guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Peace.